This has got to be one of the wildest facts I've ever seen. Start with...
Turn it on.
I've charged this ring with an alternating voltage to 5,000 volts. Now, an interesting thing happens when you have an alternating high voltage like this. If I positively charge this powder called lycopodium powder with this pole, then the dust will be attracted to the ring for just a bit and then repelled from it. The voltage is alternating at 60 times per second, so it doesn't have enough time to go towards it or away from it, but it's just locked in space. What's cool about this setup is by varying the input voltage, I can vary the output voltage. And because the particles are all the same charge, they're repelled from each other, so they want to move apart from each other. I can choose the particle that has the highest charge by lowering the voltage until the other particles drop off. And then I'm left with a single particle that has the highest charge. Okay, now I've put my wife's earring in there. Look how cool that shape is. You can see when I film it in slow motion, this is 240 frames per second, you can actually see the particle bouncing back and forth between the alternating voltages.
Turn it on.
I've charged this ring with an alternating voltage.
This has got to be one of the wildest facts I've ever seen. Start with a 1 kilogram block sliding on a frictionless plane. If it hits another 1 kilogram block, assuming perfectly elastic collisions, it transfers all of its momentum. And what we're going to do is put an immovable wall to the left that this second block can bounce off of. And for this simple example, there are 3 total collisions. It gets interesting when we make that first block bigger, say 100 kilograms. In this case, it retains much more of its momentum with each collision, so it takes many more bounces before it gets turned around completely. And in total, the way it works out here, we end up with 31 collisions. If it's even bigger, say 10,000 kilograms, and with all of our idealizing assumptions where no energy is lost and things like that, if you work it out exactly, the total number is 314 collisions. As you keep increasing the mass of that big block by powers of 100, the digits in the number of collisions will always match the starting digits of pi. This has got to be one of the wildest facts I've ever seen. Start with a 1 kilogram block sliding on a frictionless plane. If it hits another 1 kilogram block, assuming perfectly elastic collisions, it transfers all of its momentum.
Schauen Sie sich bitte erstmal diesen kleinen Ausschnitt hier an.
In welcher südamerikanischen Stadt trafen sich am 26.09. die Vertreter der OPEC?
In Venezuela, in Caracas.
Wir müssen die erste Antwort in diesem Falle zählen. Venezuela, das schreiben die Regeln vor. Francis.
Ja, bis hierhin, Sie haben gesehen, der junge Mann war schon ein bisschen angefressen. Ja? Pass auf, jetzt geht's aber weiter. Nächste Frage, Achtung, pass mal auf hier.
Wer löst Joachim Gauck als Sonderbeauftragten der Bundesregierung für die Stasi-Unterlagen ab?
Was ist das denn hier?
Es ging nicht. Wir haben doch gesehen, dass du schneller warst.
Ja.
Moment. Geht ja noch weiter. Nächste Frage, passen Sie auf hier.
Wie wird das Buch heißen, in dem Wolfgang Schäuble seine Sicht der Spendenaffäre darlegen wird?
Schauen Sie sich bitte